Morning, Mandy. Well, yeah, a lot going on this weekend, as you mentioned, and also that Austin police are conducting a no refusal weekend, and that's really important to mention. We want to introduce you to Detective Richard Mabe with the Austin Police Department. Good morning to you.
Morning.
All right, so what is no refusal? What does that mean exactly?
No refusal simply is if someone's out and they've been stopped by the police and they've been drinking, an officer's going to do a DWI investigation. If the officer determines that that person is impaired, he is going to, and he arrests that person, he will ask them for a consensual breath test or blood test. If they refuse that consensual breath test or blood test, then the officer will go to a judge and apply for a blood search warrant, which would be an order from a judge allowing him or directing him to take that person's blood.
So if someone gets pulled over and you have been drinking, what should you do?
Should cooperate with the police. In Texas, we have implied consent, which means that by the mere operation of that vehicle on the roadway, you have deemed to have given consent when asked by a police officer to give a breath test or a blood test. If a person refuses that consensual breath test or blood test, like I said, then the officer would go to a judge and apply for a search warrant, which is an order from a judge directing us to take the person's blood.
And with not only Labor Day weekend, a UT home football game, you guys are going to have extra people out, I'm assuming, this weekend?
Absolutely. We'll have our DWI enforcement team out. We'll have our regular patrol officers out, obviously, and then there'll be officers specifically working overtime, specifically looking for impaired drivers.
All right, Detective Richard Mabe with the Austin Police Department, thank you for joining us this morning. And Mandy, as we heard him mention, extra police officers out. Certainly lots going on with the home UT football game, too.
Absolutely. That's how